There are several legal provisions that have been enacted for the regulation and control, manufacture, sale, and possession of drugs and poisons in India. Some important ones are: first one is Drug and Cosmetics Act. The drug bill have been passed by the Central Legislative Assembly. It received the assent of Governor General on 10th April 1940, and it came as the Drug Acts 1940. According to this act, no person shall import or manufacture for sale, stock, exhibit for sale, or distribute any patent or proprietary medicine unless it is displayed on its label or container, sorry, either the true formula or a list of ingredients that are contained in it. So the offences punishable under this act shall be tried only by the magistrate of this class. So the basic the basic use of this drug and cosmetics act was to regulate the use of a drug or any of the medicine that would be exhibited in the market for their common use. Next is Drug and Cosmetic Rules 1945. The drug and cosmetic rules are meant for regulation of manufacture, distribution, sale of drugs and cosmetics. It is classified into various schedules as Schedule C, Schedule E, Schedule F, Schedule G, H, J, and L. Now, Schedule C deals with the biological and other products. Schedule E are the list of poisonous substances under Ayurvedic, Siddha, and Unani systems. Schedule F is related to drugs that are used as vaccines and serological uses. Next, Schedule G is related to hormonal preparations, antihistamines, anti-cancer drugs. Schedule H includes barbiturates, amphetamines, ergot, and sulfonamides. Schedule J drugs are claimed to prevent or cure ailments such as appendicitis, blindness, cancer, cataract, etc., which must not be advertised or imported. And Schedule L are the list of prescription drugs, which include drugs from Schedule H also. So these were some of the schedules that are included in the drug and cosmetic rules. Next is Drugs and Magic Remedies or Objectionable Advertisement Acts 1954. This act bans advertisements that offend decency or morality. It is also intended to prevent self-medication and treatment that may cause harmful effects. Under this act, advertisement of magic remedies in relation to treatment of certain diseases, for example, venereal diseases, or increasing the sexual potency, etc., are forbidden under this act. The next and the most important among these is Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985, or in short NDPS Act. This act is, it repeals and renders three obsolete acts, namely the first one is Opium Act in 1857, Opium Act of 1878, and the Dangerous Drugs Act 1930. Because with the passage of time and development in the field of illicit drug trafficking and drug abuse at national and international level, many deficiencies were noticed in these existing laws, and there was an urgent need which was felt for the enactment of a more comprehensive legislature on narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance, and it could make provision for implementation of international conventions which are related to narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance. The Act of 1985 therefore repealed all the previously mentioned acts. However, in recent years, uh, The India has been still facing all the problem of transit traffic in illicit drugs. And this spillover from such a traffic has caused problem of abuse and addiction. And most commonly, the narcotic drugs that are abused in India are heroin, cocaine, etc. Hence, the Act of 1985 was again amended in 1989 and 2001. The amended act is applicable to whole of India and also applies to all the citizens of India who are outside even the territory of India and to all the persons on ship and aircraft registered in India. It prohibits the cultivation of poppy or cannabis and coca plants. However, restricted cultivation is allowed, which is used for medicinal or scientific purposes. And the minimum punishment for any of the offense which are committed under this act is 10-year rigorous imprisonment and fine of 1 lakh, while maximum punishment is 20 years rigorous imprisonment and fine of 2 lakhs. So this was all about narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance acts. The next one in the line is the Pharmacy Act of 1948. The objective of this act is to allow only registered pharmacists to compound, prepare, mix, or dispense any medication on the prescription of registered medical practitioner. Under this act, the Pharmacy Council of India has been constituted, which regulates the study of pharmacy throughout the country. Individual states have their own state pharmacy councils for registration of pharmacists. And the last one is the Workmen Compensation Act of 1923. It provides for the payment of compensation by a certain class of employees certain class of employers to their employees for injury or any of the accident that is sustained during the course of their employment, or any of the occupational disease which is contracted by the workmen while in the service of an employer for a continuous period of not less than 6 months is deemed to be an injury or accident. The most of the diseases that are encountered in this act are like the silicosis or the asbestosis. The person working in with the harmful metals such as silicon or asbestos. The